Tiger sports team. Yeah. Hey, welcome to Tiger Sports. Yeah, we got all the sorts. Yeah, you know that we fly, ain't talking about no tours. And we talking about them hoopers that hoop in that court. And we get straight to business. I get them reps like it's tennis. Yeah, they come to the sports, we a menace. Yeah, feel like we in the pool, go swimming. Yeah. I'm on the beat, I took off. Let the game talk, don't need a look off. I run off on the interview football. Yeah, then you ain't that look off. We get green like bait. We poking that bear, no, it's big South K. They talking about Wilson, you know they go crazy. And I'm feeling like Trey, I pull up for the trade. Yeah.
Talia.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Cam.
And you can find the show on all podcast platforms. Remember to like, share, comment, and 5-star rate. How was your guys' week so far?
It's homecoming week. You know, it's good. I've been having fun seeing everybody doing
You see the fits?
the homecoming stuff. Yeah. Today is what? Throwback?
Yeah, today's throwback.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy homecoming week.
We take it as 90s Day here, though. It's always has been.
Yeah.
What about you, Josh?
My week been good. Homecoming week. A lot of good vibes.
My week has been good. I learned how to read Arabic numbers.
Really?
Like I can tell. I put my phone in like Arabic time now. So
Is it
I know
So
that.
we're talking about homecoming, and then here you go talking about
I mean, yeah, like homecoming. We're lit for homecoming for sure.
Yes.
Like obviously see, but yeah.
right.
So still going into homecoming. It's homecoming week. So what is your favorite memory for homecoming so far? Like anything?
I want to go first. My 10th grade year, when class of 22 was still here,
Mm-hmm.
you were here, Cam.
Yes,
You're the
I
only one.
was.
It was so fun.
Yeah, that.
Just because just like the energy, especially around this day. It was Throwback Thursday.
Yeah.
We had so much fun. It's just like when they came into the gym, blowing the whistles and dancing
Yeah,
and
it was-
everything. We were so lit that year.
Yeah, that it was fun. Like, okay, wait, this is school rated, but I think I did skip third period. I honestly, I went to all lunches. That was my first time, and it was fun. And then we got a homecoming pep rally canceled too, because like some teacher got like knocked out or whatever.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know, can't remember.
her and AJ were
Yeah,
fighting.
but
over
it was still worth it in my
she
opinion.
fell. It was not his fault.
Okay.
But that's just my opinion.
No, but it was still worth
Anyways,
it,
It
honestly.
was.
I would say like, so at South, like nobody really cared about much. So then like last year, being my first year here, like during that first pep rally, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. I love it. And then homecoming week came and I was like, man, this is great. Like I love Wilson.
About you, Josh?
I like all the football games and stuff like that. I like going to the football game. That's pretty much it.
Okay, well, if you have an answer, then put it in the comments because we want to know what you guys' favorite homecoming memories are so far.
All right, now it's time for the Tiger Town Sports Recap. This Friday at 7:30, Wilson travels to the beach for their first region game against the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs. This week, the Tigers have had a full week of practice to get ready after coming off a huge win against the Darlington Falcons. The Tigers are hoping to do the expected and bring home a win.
And for the Lady Tigers, Tuesday they took on North Myrtle Beach at home. The Chiefs won in a quick 3 sets against the Tigers. Wednesday, the Tigers faced Marlboro County, which was also a quick 3 sets, but in our favor this time. The Lady Tigers did win. And Thursday, today, the Lady Tigers will be taking on South Florence at South Florence. So good luck and go Tigers.
So T, you and me, we did play in that North Myrtle Beach game, obviously. Are you? I was just saying, like, what are your thoughts after the North Myrtle Beach game?
I wasn't as frustrated as I was the first time we played them at North Myrtle Beach. I wasn't really mad about it. You know, it's always disappointing winning, but I think we played a lot better. So you just gotta I don't know.
I think it's weird, like winning and losing, like winning bad or like winning really good and then losing really bad, like in the same week. It messes with me, but
at least we like
It's
lost the
whatever.
first game and won the second. So now we can go into our third game today against South with good energy. I need us to come out strong.
I just wanted to check in on you. Make sure you're doing good.
Yeah.
Anywho, the boys volleyball team faced North Myrtle Beach on Tuesday and they lost in 3 sets. But David Piggott, is it Piggott or Piggott?
Piggott. I think.
He played front row. And
that
he's
was
a passer.
shocking to everybody that
Oh,
he
yeah,
is
isn't he a
front row.
freshman?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was doing good too.
Yeah, I heard he did really good in that game. They were like, David did his big one.
The swim team have an upcoming meet this Saturday away at the Hartsville YMCA.
All right, and that's all on your Tiger Town Sports Recap. Now it's time for our topic of the week, which is the importance of parent involvement. And I think parent involvement is something that is student athletes need
Yeah.
Because as me, I know I like for my mom to be in the stands.
Yeah,
And I
especially
yeah.
like having a good relationship with your parents and having them there supporting when you need them. If you're having a problem with the coach and you can't figure it out, and your parents are there to step in and help, stuff like that is good. I feel like having your parents there behind you is good.
I love having my mom at all the games, like just so I could look at her in the crowd, make her happy, I guess.
I always say, like, I don't care about who's in the stands, but, like, secretly I do. But really just, like, me and my dad, like, after the long softball tournaments or whatever on the weekends, like, on the drive home or even there, like, we're constantly talking about the games and the different stuff that I do, what, like, you know, he's always asking me about it, but he butts out during game time. Like, he's not one of those people in the stands that are screaming out. And I respect him for that.
Yeah, my parents are at every game, so I love looking in the crowd. Leah said me and my mom are messy. But me and my mom are always looking at each other like making faces at each other. So I just love seeing them up there supporting. They haven't missed nothing since I started playing volleyball. They've been at every tournament, every game. They've been late a couple times, but they've been there. Oh my god. What's a positive story of your parents being successfully involved?
I have a lot of positive stories about my mom. Okay, everyone know my mom was the cheerleading coach here for like 13 years, and then she just left. But like she would. Okay, so when I do something bad, my mom calls me by my middle name, Deshaun. So like I would do something, she'd be like, "What is that, Deshaun?" Or she's like love call, like she's very loud. So I'll be like, "Mom, like you don't have to be that loud, like you can stop." But so like I love like that is something positive. Like when I hear my name, like I'm like, "Oh no, that's my mom."
Yeah.
But another one I have is not from my parent, but it's like from another one last year. We played Hartsville, and this was during the playoffs. The refs were horrible, and it's not it can be positive because like. Morel Burgess' mom, his mom got up and like started like yelling at the ref. Like that is, it may not be like positive, but it was like, okay, I see like the support. Like, you know, they see that it's not, you know, the refs weren't that good. So like that is like two things stories that I have.
At every game, my mom's in the crowd, and I don't hear people really like yelling for me, but I hear her in the background going, "Serve it up, Talia," and I just love hearing that because like I know she's there. Even if I didn't see her walk in the gym, I'm like, my parents are here. I love you so much, Mom.
Yeah, it's a good feeling hearing my mom call my name like after I probably dunk or like do something good, make a good pass or something like that.
I would just say like I was saying, me and my dad normally talk a lot after the fact of games and stuff. So like the volleyball tournaments that we had this year, the preseason tournaments, that was my first ever volleyball tournament. Because remember last year I missed out because I broke my foot. And then whenever we lost that game, like I was so upset. I was like, dang, volleyball hits me hard. But I was talking to him about it, and like he's my comfort person, especially when sports come.
Oh, I have a story. Hold on. Okay, when I was in 8th grade and I had first started playing at my club at the beach, and we had went to our first tournament, and y'all, my coach was crazy. I love him to this day. He's like one of the best coaches I've had, but he was crazy. And the girls were kind of mean, and they were older than me, and I was scared, and I played so bad our first game. And I went outside after the game, and my dad was like, "Get in the car, we're going home." And I was like, "Are you serious?" And now I'm crying, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm trying my best. Like, I'm just having a hard time." And then my dad's just like, "No," and he gave me this long talk, but I went back in, and I played the next game, and I had got it together. So I feel like it's positive in a way because I feel like he was there for me, and I needed him to do that little hard talking to me to get my mind right. And then after that, I didn't have as hard of a time with the team. So
very inspirational.
Thank you. My dad really told me to get in the car. We're going home.
After hard practices, like I'll joke around with my mom, and I'm like, "Oh, like I'm sick. I can't go to practice tomorrow," and stuff like that. And she's like, "Nah." She always says, "You win as a team, you lose as a team." I mean, I understand that, but she's always there to like remind me of stuff. She don't let me get lazy.
That's true.
Yeah. Why do y'all think it is crucial for parents to be actively involved in their child's athletic journey?
Because you have someone to talk to when you may be feeling down, and like when they're a part of it, they know what's going on. They know that, okay, he had a bad game. I maybe need to talk to him, show him the support that it's okay to have a bad game sometimes from here to there. So I think that is something that is really crucial about your parents. And both with my dad being my coach and my mom, like they balance out each other. My dad is the one like the aggressor. He's the one like, okay, you didn't do this good, you didn't do this good. But he also like encouraged me to do better things. My mom was like, "Oh, it's okay." Like, such and such, like basketball doesn't really matter. But like she's still there to support. But both of my parents are very competitive. So it's like they give me that competitive drive. So that's something that is also very crucial about things,
Yeah. I feel like if you have like your parents are your parents.
Yeah.
Like you want to do good for them. You want them to be backing you. So I feel like having them involved with you, especially in athletics, because it is like already kind of a hard road to be on. I feel like that's always very helpful for athletes. And my parents are also competitive. My dad's like, do you want to be the best or do you want to like blend in with everybody else? He motivates me to be better and like not let nobody show me up.
Yeah, same as Talia. Well, same as the other statements, like just support from your parents, like all around through your like journey of playing sports. Like same as Talia, my mom, like she pushes me like almost every day to keep going, asking me questions like, do I want to be the best, or like, do I want to be great and stuff like that.
I feel like we can, like as high schoolers, we can learn a lot from the people around us and our teammates and stuff, but our parents specifically can help us with coming back from failure and like coaches and stuff like that. Because have y'all's parents played sports in high school?
Yeah, well,
No.
both of my parents did. My
parents
mom
didn't play
was
sports
my
at all.
mom was a cheerleader and she did shot put, and then my dad played basketball, football, and baseball.
My dad played basketball, football, and baseball. My mom swam, but like besides you, Talia,
I've had a hard time with them not playing
Yeah.
sports because I feel like they don't understand some stuff.
yeah, but with us, like our parents coming from the sport mindset, they've won and lost just as many games as we have,
Mhm.
so they can understand where we're coming from, so they know how to support us. And I feel like that's good.
I had to train my parents into it. I told my dad a while ago, you can't be my coach, just be my dad. I have 10 coaches already. I don't need you to do that. And I think he understood. And we've gotten to a better place.
Well,
Kind of
see,
understood.
that's
Good.
different because my dad is my coach and my dad. So it's like we clash in like two different ways, like as
Yeah.
a coach and as like a parent. So
I understand.
yeah.
It's just hard. My parents have not played no sports like at all. Like my mom did gymnastics, I think,
I mean,
but
okay.
barely. Like,
Oh, I used to want to do gymnastics.
me too. I think I could. We
I
might
wanted
need to go.
play soccer too.
You should try out. You're a sophomore. You got time.
I'm already doing basketball this year. So
They tried to get me to do
why do you look
basketball.
so confused?
I did not know that.
You're
Yeah.
playing basketball?
Yeah, I'm conditioning right now. I plan to go to tryouts.
Oh,
So
Y'all see me on the track?
No,
not at all.
You will.
you running track this year?
Mm-hmm. I'm actually jumping. I don't
Yeah.
run.
Oh, okay.
I'll be doing high jump and long jump, I think.
Are we supposed to be talking about us or our parents?
Can we,
Kim.
like, seriously?
Can you not?
Okay, back to the
Stop
program.
hating.
Okay, so what are some practical strategies parents can use to support their child in balancing academics and athletics?
I
I
think-
Not doing too much.
Okay,
That's all I'm gonna
Kim.
I was
say.
trying to think. Yeah, that. But parents, I think they can understand where their child is coming from with, I guess, with the support. I'm trying to think.
I feel like if you're there for your child
Yeah.
academically, that takes something off of their shoulders, making sure that if they
Yeah.
need tutoring, they have it, making sure they're keeping up with their grades. That's something they don't have to worry about as much. Now it's really just the athletics. I just feel like being supportive from both ends and making sure that your kid has everything that they need, that's really all you can do.
I say like for athletics and academics, like coming from a place of saying like I understand and
Mhm.
I will pitch in what I can to help versus just saying you need to do better in this class. I know I need to do better.
But
Like
also
Mhm.
you don't
not
need to say
letting them
that.
fail because
Yeah.
some parents just don't care.
Yeah.
So still being like, you got to be doing this, this,
Yeah.
and that. But
Holding
I'm
their
here
kid
supporting
accountable.
you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so look, really taking like the same competitive edge in academics that you do in sports. Like,
Right.
Mhm.
yeah, be more involved in academics. Like, be involved in both balance. Like, basically, like, as your child balance out academics and athletics, like you do the same with your child. Make sure you have like the same balance of support for athletics and academics.
Yeah, my mom, like, I'm sorry, I ain't trying to like not give you time to speak, Josh, but like real quick, my mom always held my brother accountable for like his academics. It was like, you got to be doing this before you can like worry about basketball or whatever it was.
I think some parents should sometimes need to cool off. Like some parents are like, too intact with some things. But like I still love a good push, like to do my work and athletics. But I think some parents need to like calm down a little bit.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, I don't know because a lot of people like they say a C. If you can't play like you can't play without a C. If you have below a C, you can't play or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
See, but
Soft-
my
I had
parents
teachers.
said-
That's my parents.
no.
were
If you
below
have a
me.
no, if you have below a C, but my
my
parent
mom
is
told me if I have a C, I
yeah. That's my mom. She was like, if you have a 79, you can't play. You're not gonna play
Yeah.
basketball.
My parents
It's like
don't want me to
I
have
tell people that they're like
below 85.
it's a C. I'm like yeah, but like my mom is like
Right.
my mom is the one about the academics. My dad's the one about the sports.
Because they think I'm
Well-
tripping whenever I say I can't get below 85. I'm like,
Right,
no, my
yeah.
parents don't want me to get that.
It
They're
seem
my
like-
parents.
Isn't like on the high school level, it's like you can't play below with like a below 60, something like that.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
think so.
I think
A lot of these
I think
the
athletes-
rules
it's
is
different
the
from
rule says
coach to
2.0 G.
coach.
Like the actual rules you can't play with if you have like a 2.0 GPA.
Yeah, it has
That's
nothing
a
to do with
D.
your grades.
But
You just gotta.
Carlos said we can't play with like below a 70.
Yeah, he said below a 70 you can't
Softball
play.
last year, they said it had to be above an 80.
I mean that is good too. Like that is.
There are a lot of coaches that still let their players play. Now, I
I
know
don't
Coach
know.
Carlos ain't playing because them JV boys was on
Yeah.
the bench last year.
Yeah,
when
that
they
okay.
were-
Like that is one thing about basketball coaches. I think we were either like third or like
yeah,
we
y'all-
were top 5 for like high GPA,
Yeah.
like our grades, like because they hold us accountable with grades. Like last year, I think we played West Florence for JV, and like only it was 5, maybe 6 of us
Yes.
played because everyone like they set
It was crazy.
everyone down because they didn't have the grades. So
Mhm.
like that is something that coaches here do like they put time
they
into
do
checking
well with it,
grades.
Yeah, they make sure that your grades are where they need
Yes.
to be.
And they talk to your teachers.
They yes, they're quick
teachers
to
talk to the
teachers.
coaches.
They're
That too.
snitch. They
Teachers talk to the
snitch.
coaches.
I don't know. I would rather my teacher talk to my coach before they talk to my parent. But that's just me.
Yeah. My parents would kill me.
I feel like regardless, my parents are gonna find out. But like, I would rather I want to say I'd rather it, but if I'm like starting to act up in class, like say that for whatever
Mhm.
reason, and then my teacher goes, "I'm about to call up your parent." I'm like,
But I would say no. Call my coach.
"Oh no!" And then they say, "I'm about to call up your coach. You finna run," and I'm like, "Bruh, like you don't even need to do that." Like then I'll like,
No,
You're like,
I'm
stop.
scared of my parents. I'll run
I'm
them
scared.
laps at practice.
I'll rather run.
Sorry,
I'd rather
coach.
run 3
I would
miles
rather be
than
chewed
my
out by my parents
parents.
than run.
No,
Are you wildin'?
You're different. I would rather
I would
I would rather run
bad.
3 miles from being disciplined than my parents finding out that they got a call from a teacher.
Yeah, that's that car, that 4Runner that's in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I won't see that no more. My parents told me. And I love driving, so I'm gonna calm down.
All right.
All right.
So,
So how-
Sorry, y'all, I'm
to
scared.
everything
Yeah.
else.
How
So
you want me to ask you? It doesn't really matter.
I was gonna share the
Oh,
stuff
go
from
ahead. Go
Penn
ahead. Go
State.
ahead.
So Penn State's website, psu.edu, they said with parents in particular, children feel as though they have no control in the sports area in their lives.
Mhm.
How do y'all feel about that? Like parents are just too controlling, so
Alright.
the children feel like they have no control.
Sometimes I don't agree because I have seen where most parents try to live through their
Not
kid.
understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've seen where parents try to live through their kid, but in my experience, I don't think that is really like my dad. He drives me. It's not like he's trying to live through me, but I think I do still have like the control over the sports. Like I can say, okay, I don't want to play anymore.
Josh, you don't
Okay,
understand.
So, Josh, it's saying like your parents are controlling like your decisions in sports, your performance, all that. Like I feel like in a way it means you feel like you're doing
Yeah.
everything for them. They're telling you need to do this, this, and this. That's like not wanting to play, like in their
It's like they're forcing you to do everything.
Like,
you
they're
have no
forcing
free
you.
will
Are you
when it comes to
understanding?
sports.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I just didn't get the part where it says research.
That's research from online, the internet, Google.
Yeah.
Okay, she
You
looked
just-
that up. That's not from the dome.
That's
She doesn't
from
know. She's not from Penn State. She didn't
that's
research
from
this herself.
Penn State, their website.
Nah, just never mind.
Okay.
But yeah, like I was saying,
Anyway.
Sorry, Kim.
like I was saying, like I feel I do have the control. Like I with baseball, I said, Dad, I don't want to play baseball anymore. It's boring. Like I think I have the control over my say. Like if I
Mhm.
want to quit something, I'm not scared to say, hey, I don't want to play this anymore. It's boring.
All season, my parents have been telling me it's been rough. They're like, you make decisions that you think you need to make. They're not gonna make me do nothing. They'll give me advice about what they think I like. I feel like you could do this to succeed, but they're not gonna make me do nothing. They're like, it's up to you. You're your own person. So if you feel like you need to do this, do it. If not, hey, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Don't complain about it.
Kim, you sparked something in my mind, a question that I have
I do.
relating to baseball being boring.
It is very boring.
Do y'all think so people are saying statistically baseball is getting less attraction. There's not as many tickets selling and
Mhm.
softball is more fast paced. Like, do y'all believe that softball was more interesting than baseball?
Honestly, never watched a
Yeah, I'm not saying no
Alright.
answer.
I'm not-
Sorry.
Okay, well,
Y'all
since I
lying.
played
I just-
baseball,
Come on,
I never
Kim.
watched
since
a
I-
I
You and me.
played baseball, I think
Weren't
Well,
you on the team?
yeah, I
For 1 year?
ninth grade year, and then I quit last year. I don't know.
Like 4 people just joined that year and then didn't play no more.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
But so softball gets more hit from what I've seen. Softball hits the ball more than baseball does. But when baseball isn't fast paced. I like a fast paced game. Baseball can go 3 up, 3 down, and that is like so boring to me. Not even gonna lie. But like softball, softball has more enthusiasm, I guess, if that's the right
It's
word.
more action.
That's why
Yeah,
I
more
like-
action.
But
That's why I
as
like
a
basketball.
spectator,
Yeah, like I'm a basketball player. It's like I like going up and down. I like to go up and down.
yeah, well, I feel like even volleyball can be very fast paced. I feel like okay, as a spectator, I went to one softball game last year. I sat in the stands at South Florence, freezing cold, and
Mm.
it was just like it just takes so long. And now somebody hit the ball and they're running. You're like, oh my god! And then once that's over, it's just boring again until somebody else hits the ball. Like I don't know, but I also I love basketball, football. I have my moments. It's interesting. Volleyball, obviously, I play it. I just baseball, I can't I
When
like
it's a-
it, but
It's a blowout in football. Like I just want to lead the game, bro.
yeah, football can be boring. There's just so much going on, and then like if nobody's getting a touchdown and they just keep like moving yards, you just get aggravated because you're like, just score.
Volleyball can be boring sometimes.
Volleyball can't. If you're playing a good team, it's interesting.
No knock to Marlboro, but that game last night was boring.
If you're a good team playing a good team, volleyball is great.
Yeah, like
But-
when y'all played, who did y'all play? It was a good game. Well,
Maybe
it wasn't.
West. I think West was a good game. We could have
But
played
that's how it
better.
is in most sports, though. Like,
Yeah.
you play
Yeah.
a good team. That's
But
gonna
if
be a
you
good
put
game.
like Crestwood against Marlboro, that'd be the most boring volleyball game ever. They just be free balling everything back and forth.
And then
But go ahead.
I said in the net, but that's
And yeah,
notice.
you can't do that.
Okay.
Anywho, leave your answers down below, softball or baseball, which is more interesting.
Or neither. Do you like
Neither.
other sports more?
Yeah, I would say neither.
Sorry,
Not an
Lauren.
option.
Love you.
It's not an
Okay.
I would say
Both
neither.
of the sports are trash.
Anyways.
They're both trash.
Wow, you're hating.
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh my god. Anyways, so how do y'all think parents can develop a supportive and communicative relationship with their child about their athletic pursuits?
I think if you like after games and practices, ask questions
Mhm.
as a parent. Indulge in the conversation. Now, if I come home and I'm looking at you like I'm about to stab you, don't ask me what happened at practice. Let me go in my room. But if I come home and I like look like I'm in or not even necessarily a good mood, but just be like,
Yeah.
oh, how was practice? Okay, this, that. Like ask questions. Don't just ask how practice was and then stop the conversation.
Right.
Indulge in the conversation.
Right.
What did y'all do? What did you enjoy? That sounds like some coaching stuff, but
Yeah.
you can be my coach in that situation because you're
Yeah.
not drilling me about something.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the question: how was your day versus tell me about your day?
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me about
understand.
practice, not how was practice.
My mom, like, as soon as I walk in the door, she can tell my mood. Like, she asked me about, like, if I'm walking with a mopey mood, she'll ask me, was practice bad? Did he make y'all run a lot or something like that?
See, my mom's different. Like I'll tell her, she'll be like, "Well, you wanted to play the sport, so that's what you get." So it's like, yeah, be more involved. Like be as more involved as your child. Like be involved with the sport with your child. But don't be too involved. Like now you're like, okay, you're living the sport through your child. Like be involved just as much as your child.
I know when I walked in the house crying after that practice a couple weeks ago when we ran,
The one after the North Myrtle Beach game. Oh my god.
I had came in the house and looked at my mom. She was like, "What's wrong?" I started crying, bawling my eyes out. She's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong? I'm crying. I can't talk." My dad gets out of his desk chair, almost falls over. I mean, like he got up so fast because he didn't know it was about volleyball. He thought something that happened to me. He said, "What's the matter?" Like they're both yelling at me. We just ran on practice, like freaking out. My parents, they can tell from how I'm looking in the face if stuff is bad or not.
Oh,
Sorry, y'all. I'm about to cry. That was so funny. Oh my god. Okay. Did you have something to say, Lauren?
No. No.
Okay. Up to 9 athletes in high school experience burnouts, and 80% of college students experience burnouts. And then, according to the Children's Hospital of Chicago, burnout is thought to be as a result of the physical and emotional stress of training. So, do y'all disagree or agree with?
Yes.
Who? Okay.
I think. Well, I don't know if I like recently when school started, they were like, we have to run cross country.
Yeah.
We started running cross country. I was like, okay, I'm done. Like I was ready to give it all up. Like, okay, I don't want this. I was done. It's like for a moment I feel like, dang, I'm doing too much just for this one sport. Like,
Yeah, all of
I
y'all
was
were
running-
like, "Who's running cross country?"
yeah, they were like,
Dang.
when we went out there the first time, like I actually am good at running. Like I can run for like a long time.
Mhm.
But I started getting burned out. Like my mood started changing. I was like, I don't want to do anything. I was just burned out basically. So like I do agree. You do. Not just like athletes in general can get burned out just from doing a sport.
Mhm.
I hate running.
Since you hate running, you haven't enjoyed.
Yeah, I
cross
hate
country?
it, but I'm good at it for some reason.
I feel like okay, so like we have Friday practices, and when we have the 2-hour ones, I'm trying to go to the football game and support, and I'm sitting in the gym after we've played all week practicing. I feel like it really like I don't know, it's just too much. Physically, I'm tired, especially when we've had like 3 or 4 games a week. I'm tired, and now we got to practice, And then already the stress of our team in general is very stressful. So all that
Yeah.
together, I'd be like, I'm finna quit. I'm not gonna quit for real.
Then come back to practice.
But I make that threat
Come back to practice
very often because it's just like, I don't know, it's
Yeah.
frustrating.
Because you love the sport, so you would.
Yeah.
come
Yeah,
back.
exactly. I
Like,
say I'm gonna
yeah,
quit,
you
but I'm not
s-
gonna quit.
I'm pretty sure every athlete does it. Say, I'm quitting tomorrow, but then there's the next day because they like that's everyone. Like you love the sport, you're gonna have your ups and downs. Like
Yeah.
you sometimes some days you want to quit, some days you're like okay, I love it. Like that's like I guess sports.
But you do get to the point sometimes where you're just like, I don't even want to be here. You're sitting at practice there. I do that. I go, and if you see me laying on the floor before practice, it's because I just don't want to be there. I just throw my body at the floor. I'm tired. My body's just not having it. I'm stressed out about something. And I think, I don't know.
I was talking to this kind of sort of about like Coach Alyssa or with her, saying that volleyball makes me a lot more emotional than softball, like way more emotional. I didn't realize that until like those preseason tournaments and stuff. So then I was like, man, like this might not be for me just because it makes me feel this way. And I don't enjoy that. Like, I don't like being this upset because of a game, but then I'm like, well,
Mhm.
that's passion too. And like, I just got to try to figure out like why I'm feeling a certain type of way. But like those like thoughts about like I'm about to quit, like I'm done with this, I'm about to leave, like it comes and goes.
These past 6 years, I've shed more tears over volleyball than anything. No boy has made me cry that much. No schoolwork, no family issues. Volleyball it's been frustrating, but I feel like it's very rewarding. So the fact that I've gotten the opportunity to play in college off of a full ride, that's that opportunity that I've gotten from, I feel like, the work that I've put in. So I feel like it's been worth it, even though it's very stressful at times.
I hate going home and like barely having energy to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like from basketball practice, like
Mhm.
running across the country, I just hate it. Yeah, I feel burned out a lot sometimes.
Like your social battery kind of just runs out.
Yeah,
You're like, I want to
yeah.
go be with my friends, but dang, my bed looks real good right now. I'm trying to go to sleep.
Sometimes, like I don't know, like I'll have stuff to do, but then it's like I want to lay down, but I don't want to go to sleep, and it's like I want to eat, but I don't feel like putting the food in my mouth, and like it's just like
That's me after a lot of games.
No, like I'm being so serious. I'm hungry
I ain't lying.
and I want to eat, but I do not feel like making food and then having to eat it. I just don't want to be hungry.
This happens after almost every game day. I'm in my bed on the phone with my boyfriend, and I'm like, I'm really hungry. He's like, get up and go eat. I'm like, I can't. I'll just eat in the morning.
That don't happen to you, Josh?
No,
They gonna bust down their food.
After every game,
Yeah,
I be
I'm gonna
starving.
eat.
I be starving after every
But
game.
sometimes they have food there too.
No.
If
Maybe
Coach
that's
Carlos
just
gave
like
us a box of pizza to take home, the managers after a game, that's how I know, because y'all had all that pizza in the
No,
locker
what
room.
hit-
It's like one time.
Now what hits after a game is a McDonald's Sprite.
that.
Like just Sprite in general. After a game, like I could chug a
Yes.
Sprite after a game.
Practice. When I
I've
come
been
home from the
wanting-
beach. You
I've
said
been
what?
craving Mountain Dew
Yes,
all
because
week.
somebody threw away your Mountain Dew
Someone
yesterday. She
took
almost
my
had a heart
Mountain
attack before the
Dew.
game. She said, my Mountain Dew was on the end of the bench.
No,
And that's not there no more.
No, because Jazaria gave out those cups for her campaign.
Somebody took the whole cup.
I poured my Mountain Dew into the cup because I wanted the straw.
Uh-huh.
Someone took the cup.
You still haven't gotten it back.
I do not know where it's at,
Mm.
and I'm very upset.
Why are you laughing at her? She got robbed.
Are you laughing at me? I love that cup.
And I mean, like, we're about to play. The other team's warming up, and she comes in the locker room talking about the Mountain Dew.
yeah, because
Yeah,
so
I'd be
stretching.
pissed
off.
Okay. Scoring.
You would have been what?
Huh.
All right.
Anyways, what advice do y'all think parents could use on how they can identify burnout signs and help prevent them for their kids?
When your child isn't doing the normal, like when he is less social than
In bed a lot,
yeah.
not eating a lot,
When he or she is less social than they
Mhm.
normally are, that can be a sign of a burnout.
just not
maybe.
leaving the house.
I don't leave the house.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I, don't, I don't
well,
leave the house already, but
I
like,
can't drive.
I mean, just not, yeah. Oh,
oh,
you can't drive either?
I can drive.
You're a freshman.
I can drive.
Legally, can you
You have
drive?
your you
Yes.
have your license.
Yes.
How old
He's
are you?
lying.
I got my permit.
Your
You don't have
permit.
your license. I have my
Alright.
permit. I still can't drive legally on my own.
I can.
I feel like just like a change in energy in your child, like their mood is just different. Like,
oh. Speaking of driving, next week will be a full year with my license.
Really?
So, yeah.
do you have like a full license?
That
I
was
don't
a
know.
terrible
I
idea.
drive
Yeah.
anywhere.
I saw you in your car this morning. I was like, I whip it in the parking lot. I be driving fast. People
Yeah,
keep saying
I
stuff to me about
do.
it. Did you see me?
I think I did. You were like,
And
yeah, you do drive fast.
That's not good.
I pulled into the parking lot at work, and they told me that like my car was about to flip over because I turned so hard.
I should
Okay.
be getting
Just get
tags
your
on my
license
car
revoked.
soon,
Get your
and
license
I
revoked.
can get my license in January.
Don't ever ask me for a ride since you want to hate. You know you can't drive.
Oh,
I would give you one. Whatever.
Anyways, back to the topic
Yeah.
of
Okay.
today.
Wait,
Um,
Josh.
Oh, my fault. What signs should parents watch for that might indicate a child is experiencing burnout, and how can they intervene?
Ask them what's the problem. Like, what's
Can't
burning?
read.
Yeah, we know that.
Sure.
Ask them what's burning them. Like, what's causing the burnout?
Yeah.
Maybe.
yeah.
And try to help if it's something that they can separate from their life. Because you can get it from sports and school, but then it could be outside things, friends, relationships, stuff like that, that's adding to it. So if you can help your child figure out what the problem is and try to back away from that, that'd be very helpful.
I would
Sometimes we don't
say being able to ask your kid, like, like it can be worded in different ways, but saying like, do you need to rant to me or do you need my feedback? And I mean, that goes for like parent to child, friend to friend, like relationships, anything. It's like, do you need to talk to me or do you want my input back as support? Like,
Right.
what do you want?
Because if you want me to talk and I'll shut up and won't say nothing, that's something. But if you want me to give you my feedback, that's something else.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like parents should have a good relationship with their child, so they can be able to talk to them. Like the child can be able to vent to them about like the problems and stuff like that.
But what if they don't have a good relationship? Then what does the parent do?
I don't know.
Try to talk to the child though.
I was gonna say develop it.
Yeah. Try to
And-
develop a good relationship.
It's hard like to develop a relationship though, because some people like don't like talking about it, like their feelings a lot.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's hard for parents and children that already don't. So now I'm a student athlete. I don't have a good relationship with my parents. Who do I go to?
Your coach.
Yeah,
Nah,
this is true. A lot of
that's my
student athletes do have a good relationship. You send out your coach.
I said, oh, never mind.
You know he watches this.
And Josh,
I didn't say nothing wrong.
so were you saying like for you personally, like you don't like talking about however you're feeling like to get through it? So instead, like even parents, it could just be like an action rather than words. Like you're not in a good mood. Like, do you want to go do something,
They
or
stop
do you
at
want to
McDonald's
just
on the
like
way
chill
home
out?
from the game
Right.
for you.
I like going
Like-
to the gym when I'm not in a good mood.
Oh.
So then, talk to your parents about that, and then like, or ask them for a ride to the gym. Like, so they can still be involved in some
Spend
way,
that little bit of time together.
right?
On
So
the way
that
to the gym.
that you know that they're still there.
I'm for real. You side eyeing me and stuff.
All right. Do you think it's important to celebrate both big and small achievements in student athletes' journey?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I didn't
Because
even
now I
finish the
know
question.
we
So
Finish.
big and small achievements in student athletes' journeys. Yes. Now I feel seen. I know you're paying attention to what I got going on, and I know that you care.
Agree. I do agree. Yeah. Like when they do the small ones, it's like they're there for you.
Okay.
And like, like, a lot of people be like, they only celebrate big achievements, and when you lose, they like,
Mhm.
go away. So like when it's like you celebrate small ones, it's like, okay, they're seeing what I'm like the work I'm putting in. They
Mhm.
see these things. So yes, I do
Like the
agree
little
as well.
small changes.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Yeah, I would say like a small achievement to me, like not necessarily small, but like a big achievement. Let's start with big achievements. Big achievements to me would be like winning a game, very, very good. Like you had a great game.
Mhm.
But then the smaller achievements would be like, say like Talia, if you're having trouble like hitting a certain spot, like whenever you're
That's what I was
serving
thinking, yeah.
or something like that, and then your parents noticed like you were talking about it, and then you just hit it a couple times in a row. Like for me, that short serving, I was telling my dad, like at the Marlboro game, I was serving short like crazy.
You did really good, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And so like that's
All right, bro.
That's a small achievement for me. So it's like that's important to recognize rather than
Yeah.
just the big win.
Because
Yeah, we
sometimes it's
won, but
bump the
don't you?
win. Did you see what I did?
Right.
You saw me tip that ball down the line and score.
Mhm.
After we played somebody, I had tipped the ball off the block. And my coach from North Myrtle Beach, the lady, she was my club coach. And we did that all season. So I went to my parents and said, y'all, I finally did. Did you see that? Like, I was so excited because it's kind of hard.
Mhm.
Okay. How can parents strike the right balance between celebrating achievements and encouraging continued growth?
Don't just talk about your child achievements. Do the good and the bad.
Do you
Like
understand? You was looking weird. Okay, day
no,
today, Josh.
leave me alone.
no, but for real though, for real,
All right.
for real.
Sorry.
Like do the good and the bad. Like talk about the good and the bad. Don't just talk about the good, because then that's like kind of boosting your child's head.
That's
I was
what
like,
I'm saying.
okay, like I'm good. Like my
Yeah.
parents think I'm good, I'm good. But like when your parents when your parent tell you that you have stuff to improve on, you're gonna improve on that stuff.
Don't make it seem like they're perfect. Be like,
Yeah.
you're doing really good, but there's still room for improvement. Because if you think you're perfect, then You just
My
like
mom,
peaked.
my mom does that a lot. Like,
Oh, she tries to make it seem like you're perfect.
nah, it's like she criticized me a
Oh,
lot.
that's
Oh.
good. She keeps you humble
Yeah,
because people here don't keep you humble. Not the coaches, but people, students. They love Josh Leonard.
nah, they don't.
I would say like my dad is very good at that. Like he's always told me like, yeah, like you have this position, you're starting, you're doing good, you're making an improvement, but your position is never set in stone. You're not going to be there forever. Like someone could hop in, like
Yeah.
and take your place. Like work every single day to get better. And that, I mean, I still stick with that.
Mhm.
Try to anyway.
And you specifically know that that's possible to happen. Not saying that the libero jersey's been taken away from you, but now
like
y'all
you're
are
saying
starting
like
to
me
take
and
turns.
Chrissy.
Yeah.
That
So,
was really like it
eye
brought that
opening
back
of
to me.
okay, at any moment somebody can come in and take
Mhm.
that spot. So yeah.
That sounded personal.
I feel like it's easy.
It's
Well,
not
no, I'm not
personal.
trying to tell you. I
No,
mean, if
no,
you
no,
come to the
no.
games, you see Chrissy's wearing it a
Yeah.
little bit, but then you see like they're kind of taking turns. So now you know somebody else is there that
Yeah.
could be in that position. I got to show that I should be.
Yeah, me and Chrissy both have our what's it called? Like strengths when it comes to being a libero. So like we just if we could like combine our strengths
What is
into
what
one
is
person.
the libero?
That's the one with the different color jersey. They're like
Like,
a
what
defensive
do they do?
specialist.
They're
like
the
supposed to be
best passer.
They're supposed to be the best passer in back row. That doesn't mean that other people aren't better than them, but
They're the best. Yeah.
as like they only can play back row. They can't hit. They can't.
So
other
is
stuff.
their jersey like I always thought that like the jersey was different so that like you know that the sub doesn't count. Also like you have a limited amount of subs in a set.
I didn't.
The
know that.
libero subs don't count as a sub.
Yeah,
because
they
it's
just
not a
run
sub.
off. That's
Yeah.
why they
Wow.
don't sit there with their
You
hands
switch with the middles.
I don't get the
That's
rules
good
of volleyball, but I do
Once
know.
you
I should have played
understand it-
volleyball.
Yeah,
You should
what did
have
I tell
played
you at the beginning
volleyball.
of the season? I said all basketball players need to play volleyball. Y'all have fun. Josh, I think you would have ate.
Play
Okay.
next year.
I'm not playing volleyball.
Why?
You're weird.
All right. So
Dang, Cam.
wait, we were like, what did I do?
We were talking about Josh playing volleyball, and you said,
Cameron.
"All right, okay, go ahead."
Oh, but anyways, do you guys have any shout outs before we end them?
Cam, go first.
Wait. Yeah. Okay. Shout out to both my parents, my grandparents, and my whole family that comes out and support because I do have a really very big, large family. Also, shout out to the fans because they do count as support too. Because we hear them in the stands too.
I'd be cheering for y'all.
Yeah. Thank you,
Screaming.
Talia. Thank you.
I love basketball.
Shout out to my dad and my mom and my sister. Just for their support and stuff.
Shout out to Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
Show the camera your shirt,
He
Yeah,
did dress like
stand
Snoop.
up.
That's Tupac. That's not Snoop Dogg.
but it
It
says
says Snoop Dogg on
Oh,
it.
it does.
Yeah.
But okay.
Came in the interview, or not even interview, podcast, whatever it is.
shout out to everybody for making it another day. I'm so proud of all of y'all at this table, and y'all are so strong. Shout out to everybody watching. We love y'all and the support.
Appreciate it.
You're embarrassing. Okay.
Thanks.
Anything else, guys?
No.
I think we're good.
All right. Thank you for joining us this week on the Tiger Town podcast. Remember, you can find us on all podcast platforms, so make sure you go watch. Until next time, I'm Talia.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Cam, and we're out.